Alright, for today's project, I'm going to be cleaning up this right here. This is the wires for the fuel pump and the sending unit. When I put this together, I got this all ready about 2-3 in the morning of the car show, so I kind of just slapped it all together just so it would work. So I'm going to be cleaning all this up. I'm going to be moving this plug down here somewhere so where you don't see it. I'm going to be using this nice braided wire loom so it looks all nice, kind of like all the other hoses. They'll kind of match. And then so this is going into the stock Durango wiring harness. I have the stock Durango wire harness coming all the way back, so I have this spliced into that to where the stock gauges for the Durango, everything works. The fuel works, everything works. If I turn this on, fuel works, everything works. My plan is to somehow wire these up to where these work. They're a little dirty, but these are the auto meter gauges we got. So I kind of made my own little wiring harness in the back for them. I made all that. So I'm going to be running the wires for the sending unit. It's just the middle two, the black and the red. The black is just going to be connected to ground somewhere up there in the stock harness. So I'm going to be connecting the red of the sending unit all the way up to the gauge. And once I have power and ground to the gauge, that should work. And that will be one gauge out of the 5 that will work. Then also when I connect power and ground to it, the volt gauge will automatically work too. So I'll have 2. I'll have the volt and the fuel working. And then I just gotta figure out how to do the temp, the water temp, and the oil. I think my plan is, because I want to keep all the stock Durango wiring harness working, because that's how everything is connected. Everything stock Durango motor, 5.9 Magnum, all the wiring harness. I took everything from the Durango and put it in here, and it all works. So keeping all that, I have to run separate wires for these gauges. So again, the fuel and the volts will be taken care of. What I think I'm going to do for the water temp and the oil, the water temp, there's not another place on the intake for the sensor. So what I think I'm going to do is on each side of the block, there is a drain for like the coolant. So I'm going to take one side out and get an adapter and screw in the water temp in there, and it'll read basically the water temp. It may be a few degrees off from like the computer part of it, but it'll be accurate enough to where if it's overheating, I'll definitely know. And then also the oil, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the, let's see, in the back over here is the oil sending unit. It goes down right next to the distributor. I'm going to keep that hooked up, and I'm going to try to find a T-fitting that will screw into the block, and the original oil pressure sensor will screw on top of that, and then the T part will be the oil pressure sensor for these gauges, and I'll just run a wire from that to that gauge. So that should take care of those gauges. And then for the speedometer to work, This is, I could go GPS, or I can tap into the vehicle speed sensor. I think for now I'm just gonna go GPS. I'm gonna buy the GPS kit for it from Autometer and wire it up that way. And then technically all these gauges should work. Mind you, I still have to figure out which wires do the blinkers. Once I find out which wires do the blinkers, I can splice those into these right there, and then those will work as well. And then basically this gauge cluster will still work. I won't need it, but it'll still work. But these will also be functional, and I'll have those in place of that. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. I know it's just talking about the plan and not really showing anything, but when I get done with another part, I will make another video and show you guys. I'll probably start back here and clean this up and move the plug over here, do another video and show that. Then once I get the wire ran up here and connected to this, I will do another video and show that. I did find another, because this is going to need power and ground, switched power and ground. In the stock Durango harness, there's still a lot of wire harnesses that I didn't use that I found a 12 volt cigarette lighter that has switched power and ground. I'm going to be pulling the power and ground from that to be powering these gauges up. So yeah, when I'm all done with that, I will show you guys and make another video. Till then, we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.